So I've been covering Assassin's Creed Origins like absolute fucking mental today, and, you know, just thank you guys for all the support. I didn't sleep all night. I only slept at like 10 a.m. So that was fantastic, of course. But now I'm making some more videos because there's still more to cover. There has been so much, and we're still going to get even more tonight at the Ubisoft press conference. So be sure to tune in to my stream of that if you want to see my reaction and thoughts as we watch it together. But today in this video, we're going to be going over 24 things that you need to know about Assassin's Creed Origins. Okay, you don't need to know these things. They're not. You don't, I mean, they're interesting for sure, but like you definitely can survive without them. But that being said, still watch them. Don't leave, please. These are let's just do the video because I feel like we should. So starting things off, the protagonist of Assassin's Creed Origins, Bayek, is an Egyptian who is the last Medjay. The Medjay is sort of like an ancient police force that was mainly in the Old Kingdom. Bayek is a man of value that for some reason has to leave on a hunt for targets for a mysterious group. So a little bit of the story there, but not giving away too much, which is a little bit interesting. The next thing is that Bayek isn't a member of the Assassin Brotherhood simply because it hasn't actually been founded yet. During the course of the game, we will see the foundations of the Assassin's Brotherhood start to build, and we'll also get to see things such as the Feather Ritual and the Creed get established. Bayek is older than previous protagonists. He's actually in his 30s at the start of the game. The dev team wanted to tell a story of a man that had already grown up but had to adapt to the changes around him. According to Game Informer, Bayek is a determined man with a more stoic personality than previous assassins, but he's not emotionless, and that sounds very much like Altair. He wasn't emotionless, but he was a very stoic and determined character, as he was very for the Creed, and that was his main purpose, but that didn't take away from his personality and emotions, which I think is a good thing. Bayek comes from the Sia Oasis in Egypt. This is the first place that Alexander the Great visited when he came 300 years before. We also see Siwa in the gameplay demo that we got at the Microsoft press conference, and this is the hometown of Bayek. The name Bayek is a loose translation from the hieroglyphic for vulture or falcon. Bayek has an eagle companion who's named Senu. When you have control of the eagle, you can locate treasure chests, even if they're tucked away underwater, mark enemies and see their paths, which is especially useful when infiltrating camps to map out your strategy, highlight ships and other vehicles, and discover hidden passages. Senu can also be upgraded to distract and attack enemies. The eagle is a very important addition because now the eagle vision is no longer a mode that presents enemy information in stark detail. Instead of muting all colors and highlighting enemies, the effect is far less noticeable. Bayek can still climb tall structures to get a better view of his surroundings. However, Ishmael explains that viewpoints are actually now used to increase Senu's detection capacity. The idea that you're sort of training your eagle when you go up there, I don't know how to feel about this. Hopefully we just still get the nice panoramic view. I don't give a shit what the purpose is, just as long as we get to see that beautiful view from those viewpoints, and they don't take that out of the game. The creative director explained that they took the size of Black Flag's Caribbean, but on the ground, so there will be a lot of locations to explore, which means we're getting the entire size of the Black Flag map. Imagine it's all land that you can just go ahead and explore, and it's a fully accessible map. That's an insane size. The game offers a ton of diverse locations, including deserts, oases, pyramids, big cities. The region, for example, includes Alexandria with its opulent, massive architecture for Cleopatra's Palace and the Lighthouse, and Memphis, which is more representative of the Old Kingdom with its minimalistic architecture with temples and mud brick houses. The game also has over 20 tombs and ruins to explore. Some are based on real locations. The tombs have some light puzzles with traps in them, but are more about exploration and stumbling upon secrets and treasures, which is freaking awesome. The game will also have a rich wildlife, including hippos, camels, birds, hyenas, lions, and so on. As for the combat in Assassin's Creed Origins, it's been said that it requires more strategy than the past games. The controls have been revamped. Now the right shoulder button lets you execute light attacks, while the trigger is for your heavy strike. The face buttons let you dodge and parry, while the left shoulder buttons lock onto your enemies. However, as game director Ashraf Ismail explained, there will be multiple controller layouts. So if you don't like the way the game is set up, you're able to change that to maybe represent something of the previous Assassin's Creed titles. Whether you're on a felucca, if that's how you say it, I'm not entirely sure, a small boat, or a horse, or on the ground, the controls are always the same. That's incredibly interesting to think about. So when you're on a boat, you push forwards to go forwards. I mean, on a horse, I'm sure it makes sense, but like on a boat, I feel like, all right, Alright, now your character automatically moves at top speed when the analog stick is held in any direction, so there is no sprint capability. It will auto do that when you push the stick. I really do just hope there is still an ability to walk. I just hope that if you hold it less, you can walk. Give me the, like, walking through cities, it's so awesome. Please don't remove that. So now all the enemies will attack from all sides at once. Additionally, NPCs no longer wait for the ally to finish attacking before coming at you. Locking onto an enemy is important now if you don't want to attack the air. Also, blocking with Bayek's shield is a must. You also must pay attention to your positioning and your enemies and what weapons they have, as this will come into play when in combat. When players block incoming fire from archers, Bayek can yank the arrows from his shield and they're added to his own quiver, which is of course an awesome feature. Now, as for the quests, upgrades, and skills, the creative director explained that Origins is moving from a pure action-adventure to an action-adventure RPG. The game moves away from a mission structure to quests with suggested levels on them. Players will need to be careful because even quests a few levels ahead of you are deadly, which is awesome news. They're not going for this weird in-between phase, they're actually going to go full RPG this time, which is fantastic, fantastic news. Upgrading your equipment and leveling up are essential. For instance, you'll need to upgrade your hidden blades to insta-kill enemies that are higher levels than you. Ishmael explains that players can have many ways to gain XP, crafting materials, equipment, and gear. When you level up, you receive points to invest in new abilities. Ishmael explains that instead of a straight tree, Origins features a graph structure with multiple routes to skills, allowing more flexibility, which is awesome. This is sounding freaking great. And the last thing is that the graph is broken up into 3 main disciplines: warrior, hunter, and seer. The warrior path allows you to unlock new combos and moves, the hunter path focuses more on stealth, and the seer path allows you to use the world to your advantage, granting you abilities to tame animals or poison enemies. So, are we gonna have more controllable animals? What's this shit? What's this shit you pull in Ubisoft? Sounds weird. So thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, be sure to go ahead and hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section below your favorite point from this video, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date on all things Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm going to be covering this game like crazy, as I already have been. If you haven't checked out my other videos on this, definitely go ahead and do so. I broke down the trailer and the demo, as well as giving my reaction and showing some screenshots. So without further ado, that is it for this video, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye!